All right, and we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. And it's kind of dark today, so I have the fluorescent lights on, so that's why you get all this woo waviness going on. I don't like fluorescent lights. They hurt my face. Hates it. Yeah, today I figured just do a little live stream to help me wake up and stuff. Just getting my breakfast out right now. Once I get my breakfast out, we'll go ahead and let people on the tweeters know. See if Discord links shared, because Discord has been sharing the live stream links lately. It's just, it usually takes about 2 minutes or so. Oh, well, why don't you know? I just did it. All right, cool. Good. Cool. So, alrighty. I guess King of Kanto podcast recently did a new episode, so we'll be watching that later. Yeah, we'll share this on the tweeters. Shit. Jesus. There we are. Nice. Very nice. Curious. Okay, just make sure. All right, good. It's up. Good. Looking at these Sony headphones, which I definitely do not need right now, because I saved them months on. But yeah, they look pretty fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. Maybe later. So anyway, now that I got breakfast and stuff all set up, we can begin the feast. So let's go ahead and show you guys all the stuff. And I'm also wearing the new Eriopolis shirt, Wait and Hope. Pick that up on twitch.tv/Eriopolis. It's a nice comfy shirt, really cool design. So he also streams that quality fake Grand Order content, so be sure to check him out there. Anyway, yeah, never mind the mess over here. I suck at cable management. But anyway, so we got a little healthy bit here. We got the little green smoothie. These aren't quite as good as like the Natural Lawson's ones. Those are like top tier, but these are in like every conveni, so they're really easy to pick up. So we got that. Got a little bitty can of them premium beans coffee from Wanda, gold can. Then we got some Boss Craft beer, black coffee. It's always good to like kind of mix it up a little bit with the coffee. So I got the classics, tuna sando from 7-Eleven. Then we got this chicken, egg, broccoli, and basil sauce. Monster fucking sandwich. Ohio, Gozai morning. Ben CG, what up, dude? I think I'll just readjust the camera here. Sorry, getting a little Midwestern there. Like I always do. Yeah, some coffee in there. Ah, gosh. So I woke up a little early this morning because I had a morning class, or have a morning class. I haven't had it yet, but couldn't get back to sleep. So was like, I don't want to go back to sleep and then like wake up right as the class is starting. It's my general business class, and we're starting presentations for final projects. So thankfully, our group is last, and they're going to be going on Friday, so I don't have to worry about that. So I can just kind of sit back and take into account my professor's critiques for the other class, the other groups, and adjust everything accordingly. So if you need to make any last-minute adjustments, because my professor's for that class is kind of weird, right? Because like normally, like what he's teaching, he's like super duper chill. Ohio, twin lamps, what's up? Fast tapping sound with your wrist, just out of shot, may look like you're prepping. Well, I mean, you're technically not wrong. I am prepping powder, just different type of powder. Cajun seasoning. Got this stuff from the import shop a while back. I've been using it pretty liberally on like everything, and I've only like gone down that far. Like this shit will probably outlive me. Not really, but be close. So yeah, exactly. I spare no expense for you guys. I'm doing that Cajun. Ask your dealers about Cajun. Don't ask the Cajun. I don't know. Yes, sir. Don't be like me, guys. Getting balls deep in Cajun. Oh yeah, so good. It goes good with like a lot of things here, especially since most Japanese dishes flavor profiles are pretty mild. So you can just put some Cajun seasoning in there, and it's just perks everything right up. But it doesn't work on some strong dishes. So like curries. Oh geez, come on, brain. And stuff with like the katsu sauce, whatever. Doesn't really work that well. But for stuff with a mild flavor profile, works pretty good. So 10 out of 10, recommend. And I had it back in Mercagen land too, so I'd put that shit on like fucking everything. Fucking cook up some rice, put that shit on there. Fucking chef's kiss, let me tell you. And somewhere you were asking the other day when I did this, why I don't mix up the tuna salad with the mayonnaise and the Cajun stuff. I just like leave it on top. And part of it's just because I'm lazy, to be honest. But the other part is also when you mix it versus just put it on top, it hit different. So like you notice the kind of the subtle differences between the mayonnaise they use in the tuna fish versus the actual like QP mayonnaise that I use. So it's just a little slight difference. And then obviously with the Cajun seasoning, you get that one little layer. So how long have I lived in Japan? Altogether going on close to 3 years now. But for this run, I'm closing in on my first year. It'll be a year on December 27th. That'll be my 1 year anniversary back in Japan. So, no. Hard to believe it's been a year considering all the shit that's gone on. I feel like I've been here for 10 years. How's it feel to be safe going outside? Feels pretty darn good, man. Not gonna lie. You know, I hear stories from my friends back in Mercagen land, and it ain't pretty, man. It ain't pretty. You know, I guess there's like food shortages and stuff like that, and you know, we didn't really have that out here. Like, I don't recall any major food shortages. I mean, I think when it first hit, there were some like ramen shortages, and obviously like the typical shortages, you know, milk and bread. Everybody buys the shit out of that, and it's like they know that they don't use preservatives in Japan, right? So that shit's gonna like go bad in like 4 days at best. But yeah, you know, buy all the milk and bread. Okay, whatever. Do you, boo boo? Someone never understood, but. And as far as like the TP and stuff like that goes, I haven't seen any shortages since the first one. But even then, you just got to get creative, right? So went and got myself some kitchen paper. Yeah, Bachan's freezer's working overtime. Yeah, no kidding. Goodness. Put all them shits in there. Oh, man. Feel safe and zone's possibly bored. Yeah, that's true. That's why I like being in Japan, too. You know, there's a lot of shit back in America I had to worry about, you know, in terms of safety and all that. And thankfully, I don't have to feel that at all out here, you know. The only thing I feel is just, you know, being stared at and stuff. But, you know, I live in a kind of like the suburbs of Kawasaki. Still not a lot of them Hakujins running around. Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about, well, maybe, I mean, not really. Don't have to worry about tsunamis. I have to worry about if the river floods, because I'm pretty close to Tamagawa. So, you might have to worry about that one. But as far as like the ocean, I'm not that close to it at all. Excuse me. Then the earthquakes. I've only since moving to Kawasaki, because Kawasaki is like really far away from a lot of the major stuff that goes on. You know, so as far as earthquakes, since I've moved here, and I've been here since like May of this year, I've only felt like one major one. And that was that like big 5.8 everybody's freaking out about, and I'm just, you know, just a little shake. Actually, no, I take that back. There was the second one earlier. So yeah, 2 earthquakes since I've been here. So yeah, which I'm cool with shorter winters. I'm cool with it. You know, I'm from Ohio. I like the snow and all that kind of stuff for Christmas season, but once December 25th wraps up, man, once we hit December 26th, all right, get that shit the fuck out of here. Let's move on to fucking spring. All right, come on. Places, people. Yeah. I'm fucking merciless with that shit. But, yes, especially since I've gotten older, you know, because winter's just become more of a nuisance than it was when I was a kid, where it's just like, yeah, I don't have to go, you know, go to school today. Yay. That's something I kind of think is going to be lost on a lot of kids post Kelowna Chain World Tour, is, you know, with this whole advent of Zoom classrooms and all this other stuff, they're going to completely nix snow days. I know some schools have decided to keep up with it as like a tradition or whatever, kind of give the kids a break. But, you know, it's just like a case-by-case thing. And I think, you know, they might have just did it for some good PR, if anything. And, yeah. Stays in the UK, had to keep a winter coat out till about mid-April. Yeah, it's just that's why I don't want to move to the UK. It's just cold and wet like all the fucking time. Which I mean, it's cool because I don't have to worry. What am I doing that? Whatever. Which is cool because like I don't have to worry about like getting sunburnt except for like 3 days of the year. From what I've heard. And all the moisture will help keep the T-zone in check. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah. I think if I do visit UK, I'll probably just go to like all the touristy shit. You know, see some old castles, some fish and chips at Brighton, stuff like that. You know, I've been wanting to try some, because the thing about Tokyo is it's a very, you know, cosmopolitan place. So they have like foods from all over the world. And I always ask like all my my British friends, like, where can I get some like good fish and chips around here? Because I know they're very particular about fish and chips. You don't just like deep fry some fish sticks and throw on some chips and be like, all right, that's fish and chips in it. All right, cool. Like, they're very particular about it. So I always have to ask, like, where can I get some good fish and chips around here? Because I want to try some. I guess up 38 degrees for a couple days in the summer. Yeah, yeah. Does it get really humid during that time? I'd imagine so. Yeah, yeah. Very difficult to get around here. Ooh. Yeah, no thanks. It's just like Ohio. Ugh. Yeah, I don't miss that. But yeah, those southern summers in America are brutal. I remember when I was staying with my brother when he was out in North Carolina. Oh man, I was driving around in a Honda CRX. It was a fun little car, as long as it didn't rain, because the tires were those like wide flats, and it was such a light car that, you know, any little bit of rain would cause it to like skid. So the roads were dry. It was like super fun. But if it would rain, it would cause it to skid, and all the humidity would cause the glass and everything to fog up, and it didn't have a good air conditioner on it. So I would have to like have the one window down with rain pouring all over me, and then just have like a rag to like wipe off all the moisture. It was fucking brutal, man. Avoid it in pubs, especially ones that have a Weatherspoon menu. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured you just have to go to like a specialty shop, because if you go to like, you know, those pub type restaurants, they're mostly like their main thing is like the beer. You know, like food's just kind of yeah, we have that. You know, it's something I learned from every Gaijin's favorite pub, the Hub. I don't go to the Hub that often though. I usually just go with friends. You know, just grab a couple Tree beers and complain about stuff, which is healthy. Thought being in Kyushu would be the worst summer-wise. Really? Yeah. Yeah, Japanese summer times are like on a whole nother level, man. Like, I've had some pretty brutal summers in Ohio and North Carolina. Michigan's weren't too bad because it's generally colder. Like, it snowed up to like May. Like, we'd have like a foot of snow on the ground in May. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Then the next day, like, it'd be all melted and like, you know, super hot out. So go figure. Usually fish and chips take out somewhere. Yeah, they're all independent, so the quality varies widely. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, you know, that's kind of a sad thing. That's why I'm always like, whenever I ask somebody from the UK or I meet someone from the UK, I always got to ask, do you know like a good fish and chips? Because like if they know, you know, because that's something that's like ingrained in their brains. It's like, that's the shit one. That's the good one, you know? So anyway, Speaking of not fish and chips, here's this fucking sandwich I'm gonna eat. So. Yeah, if you guys know of any good fish and chip places in the Tokyo/Kanagawa area that I should check out, be sure to let me know on the tweeters. Twitter.com/theanyson. Because I would like to check that out. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. So, remember when I said that the Cajun powder doesn't always work on everything? This is one of those things. And it's because of the basil sauce. Basil sauce just overpowers it. That's why I poured a little extra so I can like kind of start to taste the Cajun seasoning. Just enough to know, oh hey, there's something there. Yeah, that's about it. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm gonna make it work, but it never works. Just like my fro. I always try to grow it out just to see if I can make it look good, but it never looks good. You know, I was looking at an old live stream where I had it all like poofed out and it's just all like matted on one side. I'm just like, ew. Ugh. It's tough, man. I remember when I was like seriously trying to grow it out after I got out of the Navy, because I never really tried to grow out my hair before. Because, before I was in the Navy, I was living with my folks, and my mom would always cut it before it got too out of control. And obviously, when I was in the Navy, I had to keep it short. And full on fro, full on beard. If I could do the beard, I can't do the beard though. But actually, I'm pretty okay not having the full beard. That would just get all itchy and gross. I think this is fine. Hey, what's up, Runway? Yeah, doing good, man. Keep myself well fed and well caffeinated. Got myself a little sandwich here and some coffee. Yeah, it's and also out here in Japan, it's a little difficult, to explain to the barber like what you want. Because when I would get a haircut or something, like if I get it on base or whatever, like it'd be super simple. It's like, I think I had to like convert it to centimeters, but it was, I think it was like 10 on top, 5 on the sides, then like low fade. Make sure you get around the ears good. And that's it. That's all, baby. I can grow a full back out of beard. With so many colors going on. Yeah, that's something that's going on with my beard too. Like obviously with the live stream you can't see it. It's like, oh, it looks like it's all the same color. Yeah. That's exactly what I want you to think. But nah, like if you look really closely, like it's a fucking rainbow coat of different colors, like a lot of like reds and like light browns and just basically. You really notice on the mustache, which is barely there. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely know how to work the angles. But it's one of those things where it's good from afar, but far from good. I'm kidding. It's not so bad. I'm actually trying to get it to grow a little more on top because before I had it just like a hard line cut under the chin, so that way, it would kind of help tuck in that double chin, so it made my face look thinner. But I decided just to make it a little more on top, just to help sculpt the face a little bit. And like this side's coming in great, but this side's like, we're trying. I'm doing my best, Daddy. Come on. So hopefully it'll even out. Right now it's all like, but I'm just gonna let it grow for like a week and then kind of detail it. Yeah, right. That's kind of what I'm going for. You know, just add the stash for balance. Yeah, the beard chain. That'd be nuts. But yeah, I can't like grow it in the middle at all. Like the best I can do is like this little soul patch thingy, but it doesn't even go like all the way down. It's just like a little tuft of hair. It's like, yeah, I'm here. Big deal. You want to fucking fight about it? Take it outside, buddy. That's it. It just looks like it just looks like I forgot to shave there. It's like, oh hey, I forgot about you. And it doesn't like grow to like connect the mustache like a traditional goatee would. So it gets about like that far and just kind of gives up. And it's just, you know, I'm trying, guys. I really want to get some good facial hair. Figure you think by since I'm closing in on 35, I'd be able to grow a pretty decent facial hair by now. But I don't know. It's the best facial hair I've had so far in my life, which is saying something. But yeah. Yeah, definitely not going for the neck beard. There's times where I kind of let it grow out a little bit. You know, I usually just shave like once a week just because I'm lazy. I don't really have to shave anymore. Like, you know, when I was in the Navy, you know, shave every day and all that kinds of stuff, and kind of got annoyed with it. So I figured just shave once a week, save on razor heads, if anything. So I remember it was crazy. Like every time we go underway, I would always get a little pack of razors, little 5-pack razors, and a stick of deodorant. And I had to throw out a lot of my razors, though, sadly. But for the deodorant, I got out like in 2015, and it was almost like a year later, if not more, to where I had to like buy another stick of deodorant because I had so much stocked up. And I only bought, and for the razors, I bought my first pack when I arrived in Japan because I couldn't take it all with me. I had to dump a lot of it because of weight restrictions, because they rebooked my flight and they had tougher weight restrictions than the previous flight I was booked on. So I had to dump a lot of stuff, and yeah, that sucked because I had like I think I bought like $40 worth of deodorants because I knew that Japan didn't sell good deodorant. You know, I didn't know like if I could import it or whatever from like Amazon JP or whatever. No, facial hair. Well, you could only do a mustache, but it had to be like in super duper regs. Like they're like extremely particular about the mustache. Like it had to be cut in a certain way. And if it didn't grow right, then you had to shave it. So, but yeah, other than a mustache, like no facial hair was allowed, which is definitely different than the Australian Navy. I remember we visited Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah, I learned pretty early on to call it Melbourne instead of Melbourne. Hello, I'm a fellow American going to Melbourne, Australia. Good day, mate. You know? So, yeah, I call it Melbourne. But yeah, like we were in the same pier with like an Australian Navy, and they got like full fucking gray ass beards. They're like, "Aye, what's you guys up to?" And they're like standing watch on a fucking one of those like beach chairs. Like they're on the fucking quarterdeck, just, you know, fucking beach chair propped up, and guys just like, "Hey, how y'all Yanks doing? Fucking Yank cunts over there, standing watch with fucking guns." Oh, okay. Melbourne. Okay, I guess their accent's a little different. I don't know. I tried to be like in the know about these things to like impress some of my Aussie viewers and friends. It's like, oh, what's this fat American? Jesus, I slipped into like a Spanish accent. What's this fat American cunt gonna do? Russia. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't really too impressed with Melbourne, to be honest with you. I'm gonna keep calling him Melbourne. I don't care. I've committed this far into the bit. I can't uncommit at this point. Took you under the wings. Yeah, exactly. And that was the cool thing. Like a lot of the Aussie girls love the thick American accent. It's like, how do you say good morning in America? I'm like, good morning. Oh, right, you sound like Tom Cruise in the movies. Oh my god. Good morning. I would love some non-fat dairy coffee, please. I will use my credit card. You know? Fucking got a moisture than an oyster, baby. Mm-hmm. And it's totally legal in Australia, too. Just saying. Right? When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Oh. Hold on. Gonna clear my throat there. Yeah, I'm eating a chicken egg sandwich with basil and some Cajun seasoning and some extra mayo I put on top. It's pretty good. Now I can taste the Cajun seasoning. I guess that front bit was like loaded with basil sauce. And now that it's a little less on this side, I can actually taste the Cajun seasoning. It's like, oh, hey. Like, where the fuck were you in the first half? It's like that meme. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. So now we're getting to the good stuff here, folks. And I guess it's topped with the... Whoop, shit. Drop something. Okay. And, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, so yeah, we'll keep on going. Yeah, it's really good. So, all right. So, now I know how Eric Surf 6 feels during the Eric meal times. You know, you want to like get the talking and like engaging instead of just like you know? So, but yeah, if you guys are wondering about the prices, the tuna fish sando is 110 yen, so about $1, one burger buck. This one is the chicken sandwich is 340 yen, about $3.20 in the burger bucks. Sorry, I'm trying to finish up here. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't usually have the chicken sandwich in the mornings. Usually it's not there, but I saw it and I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry. I gotta get it. Gotta get some. Speaking of which, did any of you guys watch Eric Surf 6, the Eric Mealtime series? Because I edit that. yeah. Oh no, I just need a little lubrication, you know, and especially in between chugging all this shit. So that's fine. No, no, really. No. Yeah, he does like kind of like food reviews and stuff like that. You know, kind of like mukbang and stuff. And we'll get to that in here in a second. I just gotta finish this bite, so I'm not like mid thought and like nom. So. Mm-hmm. I finish that coffee too. Well, R.I.P. Premium Beans. Oh, there we are. Close enough. So. Oh, goodness. Hmm. I feel so fancy having the napkin on my leg instead of like on the table. I'm like, yes, I'm eating a fancy dinner. Bottled coffee and a tuna fish sandwich, elegantly wrapped. Wow. Okay, now I know where all the Cajun seasoning went. Jesus Christ. But bless me. Whew. I can taste the Cajun seasoning in that last bite. Goodness. Okay. But yeah, getting back to your question there, Runaway. Just want to make sure everything's cleared. So, editing job, I have a lot of them actually, so it's kind of hard to say. But my videographer job's going pretty good. I just go in and shoot video. I don't even edit for that one. I used to, but they wanted like same day turnarounds, and I'm like, going to school and doing same day turnarounds is like, don't want to do that. So I said, I'll just do shooting. And they also had an edit. They also had a former shooter editor who didn't want to go into work anymore because whole Clone Chan World Tour. She was a little scared about it. So I made a deal to where I would do the shooting and she would do the editing. So I just took a little bit of a pay cut, slight one, but helps keep my sanity. And it's fun working with kids. Never really thought of myself as being good with children because they're just loud and annoying. But these kids are all right. So a little bit of wholesomeness every week, I mostly just do that one on the weekends during the school. Once school wraps up, I'm definitely going to be working a lot more because I kind of have to because, I'm not going to have that GI Bill check to rely on for a couple months. So, so that's going pretty good. My other editing job for a production company out in Tokyo is going pretty good. I do that like maybe once or twice a week. So, yeah, there was really no full lockdown because legally they can't lock people down in Japan. It's against the Constitution. So the best they could do is just use good old Japan guilt tactics, making them feel that hatsukashi. And 95% of the time it works every time. More effective than the vaccine. But yeah, especially now that that's like over, even with the rising cases, which everybody's flipping out about. Like, oh my God, 500 new cases. Yeah, exactly. It's the guild economy, basically. So, sometimes I wonder if, you know, the old Care Bear stare came about from that. It's like, we got ourselves a problem, but we don't want to actually officially address the problem. So we're going to give it the Nihongo stare. And they're like creeped out by it, so like, I'm just gonna go away. Yay, problem solved. Good job, team. Let's go some of this stuff. And that's how problem solving works here in Japan. But yeah, just to answer your question, because I do that or don't. Editing job's going pretty well. So looking to get some hours with a new editing job, but I just got to get this job hunting visa officially underway, because that's the thing here, man. If you don't have like a relevant visa to allow you to work, like, ain't nobody gonna fucking hire you, you know. Because like every place I went to that, you know, offered me like an interview or whatever, like wanted to hire me, you know. There was no we'll call us, don't call, or we'll call you, don't call us sort of business. As long as I had the visa, it's fine. But they weren't willing to offer me a visa. I just had to have a visa outside of them, which is just like, fuck, man. I just got to get married so I can avoid all that bullshit. But yeah. So, Dad lived in Tokyo 15 years on and off. One time I was out there, he said to me, in this country, it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission. He was right, though. Because it's super easy for them to say no, but they're not just going to tell you no outright, you know, because they don't want to address the problem directly. It's always like, I think like the most direct answer you'll get would be a chotto, そうだね。難しいですね。ちょっと、it's like you're fucking rubbing their balls in broken glass, basically. Cold broken glass. So it's just like, ちょっと、難しい。you know. And if you fuck up, just give them the old gomen sorry, and I'll be forgiven. Well, it is Japan, so, you know, Ben. They do enjoy it just a little bit. Just a little bit. And they're just like, roll, don't fondle. So, anyone knows if you can exchange COE to visa in Korea instead of returning to my country, it's cheaper. You know? Why don't I ask? Oh, never mind. Yeah, immigration's kind of picky about that stuff. So I'm wondering how it's going to work for the job hunting visa. I definitely do want to talk about that once I know more about it. So I definitely do want to make some videos about it for Annie Japandi for sure, because that's not really something that's talked about, because it's a very conditional visa, because technically it's a designated activities visa, which is a general all-purpose type visa, like a miscellaneous type visa. So my designated activity would be get a job, you bum, basically. And it's only offered to recent graduates. So recent graduates within Japan, I should emphasize that. So like if you're graduating from America and you decide to come over, like, yeah, you're not going to get the job hunting visa. So it has to be from a university within Japan, which a university is. So. And for an associate's degree, it's a lot harder to find a job here. I've heard rumors of people getting employed on a associate's degree, getting a work visa and stuff, but it's very rare. So I wish I could be out there, but I only have a diploma in higher education. Yeah. Only difference is passing the following year of university. So would that be like an associate's degree, kinda? Because I know in the Commonwealth countries it's a little different. Because I've heard like in some of them it's like 3 years instead of 4 years for us, and there's like different levels, different degrees of degree, if you will. Maybe I should drink some honey tea. Shit, just not thinking about that. Figure my throat would be all lubed up by now, but yeah, it is difficult to find. Well, actually, like I take that back. Let me rephrase. So it's not hard to find a job out here in Japan, no matter what your education is. It's actually incredibly easy. Like I was able to get employment very easily out here, but it's hard to get somebody to sponsor for a work visa out here in Japan. So if you have your visa through like other means, like for me, I was a student, I'd switch to the job hunting visa. If I had that husbando visa, like I'd be up to my fucking eyeballs in employment, I would have absolutely no shortage of gigs. But bless you. So I'm not sure what you call it in the States. Basically something says I went to university. Oh, they actually give you something for that? Well, that's nice. The only thing I get is just kind of a side-eye look from my employers, like, so you went to school, son? Did you get that degree, son? Huh? You didn't, huh? 難しいですね. So, yeah. Past the first 2 years. So, in America, there's different, degrees of degrees. So for post-secondary education, you can get certificates, which are the fastest, which is usually like for IT or whatever. You just take like a 6 or 8 week course, pass it, you get your cert. As far as like traditional degrees, there's associates, bachelor's, master's, and doctorate. So associates is 2 years, bachelor's is 4, master's is 6 or 8, I believe, depending. Then doctorate is, or your doctor's degree, PhD, would be 12 years altogether, I believe. Again, it depends on the fields once you get into graduate education. But for the main two that you need to worry about, associates and bachelors, 2 and 4 respectively. So if I wanted a bachelor's, I just had to go back to university for a year. That's not so bad. Yeah, man. I mean, if you wanted to go to Japan and get a work visa so you wouldn't be hassled about stuff, then fuck it, man. School for a year? Why not? Obviously because of expense, but yeah. Yeah, $9,000, that's it's not cheap. It is like comparatively. Well, see, that's the thing, man. Like a lot of people think that English teaching is like the only job that foreigners can do out here. But if anything, I should be proof of people doing stuff outside of English teaching. I've been here for almost a year and haven't taught a single lesson of English. Now, granted, I am on a student visa on the GI Bill, so the majority of not only my education but living expenses are paid for. So big disclaimer. But I do know a lot of my friends actually work outside of the English industry. So like my friend Zach, Phoenix 787, he owns his own business out in Japan doing video production work. And he's had that for years now since graduating from Sophia. And to my knowledge, he hasn't taught a fucking lick of English. And he's been here for, 5-7 years altogether? He's been here a minute. Studying Japanese to speak it fluently. Oh, yeah, totally. And that's something I got to do, too. Like, I'll be honest, like, my Nihongo is fucking choto. Choto sugi. if I do say so myself. But with all the studying from Lakeland and trying to get work and all that kind of stuff lined up, didn't really have, because with Japanese you can't just like, yo, what up, Charles? How's it going? But yeah, with Japanese, it's one of those things where you have to like really dedicate some time towards. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, you like the tall ones, huh? Nice. Usually the only ones I can see are like 5'2" at the tallest. But yeah. So anyway, kind of going back here. Yeah, $9,000. Even in pounds, that's dirt ass fucking cheap. That's like community college in America. Just studying, yeah. So that's another thing I want to work on. Once I'm done with school here, is really getting my Nihongos up. Just if anything, just to make my life easier here, so I can communicate with people and make some friends, and not being a sad, lonely weeb like some people think I am. Like I saw a comment in my recent video saying, that's not the real truth about what happened between you and an old ham bone. You were just crying in your box because you wanted people to like take you out and see all the sights and stuff. And it's like, that's not really what happened. I just got depressed because I had no money, couldn't really go anywhere, and didn't know if I was gonna get the invite to Clonachan World Tour. So, especially living in a guest house, very close proximity to a lot of people who didn't wash their hands on the regular, or just did the old salaryman slap, just like ran their hand over cold water once and like, all right. Let's see. Don't know how I would come out to study Japanese and not lose money in the process. Well, I mean, like, you got to pay for the education, of course, but yeah, especially like up front, you will lose a lot of money moving out here. Even though a lot of my stuff was covered, like I still lost a lot of money moving out here. Especially for the first like 3 to 4 months is when I started to actually put some money in savings. But yeah, man, once you get a place lined up and you start getting those checks coming in on the regular, it gets a lot easier out here. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Like living in a lovely guest house out in Kawasaki, my own private room. We just share common areas, but most of the time I'm in here. And I'm totally fine with it, guys, okay? I'm not fucking crying myself to sleep. Just saying. I made a vlog about how I managed to get out there having so much stuff covered, especially if you're not teaching English. Yeah, I've done several of those, actually. In fact, let me refer you to my dedicated Japan channel. Show it to your mates. Let me pull up the link here. There we go. I'll just put it in the chat. So yeah, youtube.com/AndyJapandy or C/AndyJapandy, whatever. Anyway. Hey, don't touch my mustache. See, I know Japanese, guys. I'll have you know, I'm a self-assessed N5.5, okay? So I don't want to hear it. I was eating with chopsticks the other day, and a Japanese person said, "Ohashi jozu desu ne." So I'm kind of a big deal, okay? Okay. I don't want to brag or anything. Oh, goodness. You'll love to see it. But yeah, on the Andy Japandy channel, that's my dedicated, Japan channel. And so I'm still going back to US to finish a degree. Oh, no, it's all good, man. that was actually what I was considering doing, especially since I didn't really have too many other options out here. But after considering everything, it would actually be way more expensive for me to move back to get my degree versus just staying here and waiting for my current school, Lakeland University, Japan, to start up their bachelor's program. Because originally they were supposed to start in the fall, and they didn't because they're still waiting for final approval from Japanese government. So that way they can start issuing longer term visas and all this other stuff. So last I heard, they're going to be offering it in the summertime. So the plan is, once I graduate at the end of this semester, to basically just be on a job hunting visa for about 5-6 months until summer semester starts up, and that's when they'll be starting up their 4-year degree program. Sorry. brain gonna brain. But yeah, they're scheduled to start in the summer. I can wait until the fall at the latest, I believe. So if they're not offering it by fall of next year, then I'm just going back to America. you know. And I figure during this time I'll just work a whole bunch, get a whole bunch of money, build up my my channels. That way, if I do have to move back to America, I won't have to worry about not having enough money, and I can just move on to something else. But if I do have to move back, because I've invested so much time into Lakeland already, yeah, for sure, man. If I do have to move back, because I've invested so much time in Lakeland, I only have so much time left on the GI Bill, I would have to go through the Lakeland system, so that way I can, because like with a lot of colleges, with transfer students, they some of them have like a maximum amount of transfer credit they can accept, and others have like a minimum amount of credit that you need to complete at their school in order to graduate. So for me, with Lakeland, that limit is passed. So, or not with Lakeland, but like with any other university, I would basically have to do at least 3 semesters there to graduate with the degree. And I don't have that much time left on the GI Bill as it stands right now. So, it's not like I can just go to Temple if the whole Lakeland situation doesn't work out. So at this point, I kind of locked in the Lakeland system, which is fine. They're good people. It's a good campus. It's not really that widely talked about, which is why I love making videos talking about it, because they're not doing it themselves. They're very much run like a traditional Japanese school where, they put out like a couple videos 3 or 4 years ago, and they're just like, all right, where's my viewers? Come to my school. It doesn't work that way. So hopefully just me talking about my experience, people would be more apt to sign up for Lakeland. If they get rejected from Temple, or want something a bit less intense, we'll say, because Temple can get a little intense sometimes depending on what major you get into, stuff like that. Or at least, get an associate's before you get a bachelor's, so you can make yourself a little more marketable, get yourself a nice little checkpoint. Oh, I'm drinking the green smoothie now. So yeah, hopefully get some more eyeballs on Lakeland. In fact, I actually convinced 3 students to sign up for Lakeland. Thanks to my videos and stuff. So they reached out to me on Discord and got them going with that. So They're going to be starting up next semester, actually. So they're going to be out here. We're going to hang out. It's going to be lots of fun. But the other people living there, are they mostly Chinese? Are you talking about the guest house or at the school? So, because with the school, it's like maybe 85% Japanese. Like the international body is actually very small at Lakeland, sadly. It's probably even smaller now. Oh, the guest house? No, it's actually mostly Indian. Like primarily Indian. There's like a couple, I think like a couple like Taiwanese people, Thailand, maybe Taiwan, something like that. I think maybe like just a handful of Japanese people, and then me, Mr. Mercagen, cheeseburgers and guns des, pew pew. because guns and freedom are all the same word in Japanese. You can look it up. Jew. Or sorry, Jew can look it up. Oh man. I'm getting like so many good TikTok ideas actually. Since old Mayday-san taking a little bit of a break from TikTok, I could probably sneak in there and do all the cool like Japan stuff. So yeah, they're mostly Indian, so they speak a little bit of English. It's kind of hit or miss depending on who you're talking to. Some know more than others. Others are just like, hey, how do you? I'm good, thank you. Okay. Then they just go back to like chatting shit with their Indian friends. So, with the Indians here, it's not a student dorm, if that's what you guys are wondering. It's just a guest house, but most of the Indian students that are here are actually engineering students because there's a engineering school nearby in Kawasaki that they go to. So, like my I don't know what you call them, like a pod mate, I guess what you call them, because like here it's like there's 3 rooms to like there's 3 private rooms to like a separate apartment room or something. I don't know, but yeah, just my neighbor, I guess. He's taking classes at an engineering school in Kawasaki, so that's what a lot of the other students are going out here too. I believe their classes are taught in Japanese, so like their Nihongo is quite jozu. I do say so myself. And then others work in like doing customer service and stuff like that. Like I see them every once in a while in like the living room area, dining room area, taking calls on their laptops and stuff like that. Working for like, I don't know, like Rakuten, Amazon JP, something like that. So yeah, it can be a little intimidating, especially when your Nihongo ain't so jozu. but it is what it is, Ah, goodness. Gotta say, a big misconception with me, people see, my size and everything. It's like, oh my God, you must hate healthy foods. Like, no, not really. It's just a lot of healthy food is highly perishable. And, I might like it for like a day or two. And then afterwards, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of vegged out. And then by the time I want to get some vegetables again, they're all fucking wilted and gross and dead. So I remember I used to do that when I was in Michigan. Like I would get, healthy food. Like I remember getting like the pre-cut vegetables, which I know are like hella expensive. I know. But I would get like the small little pre-cut vegetables, or not vegetables, but fruit in the little like plastic containers. So that way I would have like my breakfast all lined up. But some of them, especially like the raspberries, would go bad pretty quickly. Pineapples would stay, but raspberries not so much. I love raspberries. I don't know. I love food, man. If you couldn't tell. So, no matter if it's healthy or unhealthy. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. Whew. Now we got all that shit done. Let's see what time we got. So I got a couple more minutes and I gotta head out here. But Dad? Speaking of which, yeah, did you guys see that video I did talking about TK Sam? Well, it was yesterday my time, but it was probably like early in the morning you guys' time. Yeah, because I got a lot of people asking me about that the other day. You know, because they didn't really know what happened, and I didn't want to spend all stream like explaining what all happened. So I decided to make a dedicated video talking about it, so that way if anybody asks, I can just direct them that way. And I know some people, it's fine. You know, if you've been following what I've been doing for a while, like you already know, it's nothing too groundbreaking, but no worries. It'll still be there. Apparently a lot of people watched it. I woke up and had like 100 plus views within like a day. I was like, oh shit, 10 dislikes. So, you know, it's a spicy take. When the like to dislike is almost 50-50. Actually, it's 60-40, but thereabouts. Yeah, decided to, you know, because I did an interview on the King of Kanto podcast talking about it. It's Microcock episode 2. Episode Nibon, eh? Yeah, exactly. People love drama. In fact, like one of my most viewed videos on this channel is talking about the Kana-Jin, Rachel and June drama from like years ago. You know, that was like such a hot button topic, and I just kind of wanted to put my own 2 cents in it, which, you know, was like, stop it, get some help. You know, that was basically it. And it's got like tens of thousands of views, and I'm like, really? That fucking video had to be that one, really? Meanwhile, if I show something cool about Japan, you know, I get 100 views and like one comment saying, great job, Andy. But that Rachel and June Kana-Jin drama, oh my gosh. People are like, fuck that bitch. So, yeah, people do love the drama. So, I hate it, you know. Like, I'm gonna be 35 in next week or in 2 weeks. My bad. So, yeah, getting a little too old for it. That won't stop some people though. See some of them Oyaji out there trying to start some shit. But yeah, you know, with that video I did with Sam, it wasn't meant to start drama. I even said so. It was just simply telling like what happened and just leaving it at that. So yeah, I've long since moved on from that whole piece of business. Just everybody's fucking shit's exploding with notifications. I guess everybody's fucking uploading. Drama's pretty sad. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, if it gets a little too spicy, then I'll just take down comments. I had to do that with another video. I eventually had to take the video down, and I don't want to talk about what the topic is, but it's a relevant news topic in America involving people that don't look like me. Just a little hint, hint. But Yeah, I had to eventually take that video down because it was just I got basically invaded by Finnish 4chan, which I didn't even know that was a thing. And yeah, got to learn a lot of things about myself that I didn't know, including the fact that apparently I'm Jewish. And being Jewish means that I'm, yeah, Finnish 4chan. I had to like backtrace where all the incoming traffic was coming from, and it was from a Finnish 4chan board. And they were basically like spamming all the videos talking about a particular hot topic in America right now involving race. And I don't mean NASCAR, although NASCAR is involved somewhat. So they would, they would speak in English, obviously, but that's where it all came from. So they would, call me the fat, greasy Jew who apparently isn't white because apparently I'm Jewish and Jewish people aren't white, which is something I never knew about myself, including the fun fact that apparently I'm Jewish. Went almost 35 years without knowing that. I think if any of them fellas would spend even just a second with me in a nice hot tub, they know pretty clearly that I'm not Jewish. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because, best friend's Jewish, so I don't really care. But, they just, they see the curls and they see the hook and they think, oh, this guy's a greasy Jew, whatever, man. I'm like, I'm not. Closest thing I could say would be like Catholic, but that was just on my dad's side of the family. So, my own family just didn't really give a crap about that stuff. So, it is what it is. So yeah, I had to take that video down. First tried disabling comments, then those comments leaked out. Then, because basically they were just like embedding that video into the chat and then like spreading it to like other things. So it got to a point where I just had to take it down. It was just, yeah, it's too much. So that was actually one of the few videos I took down, because like the vast majority of my videos are always up somewhere. They're either on this channel or somewhere else. Most of them are here though. But there's only a few videos that I've actually taken down, and that's one of them. So it is what it is. Yeah, since I made the video talking about old ham bone, at least now I have like a video I can refer people back to. So in case they're out of the loop, you can be like, oh, check this out. Give me some views. Make me them shekels, boy. Exactly. It is what it is. Or as they say in Japan, shogunai, my guy. Actually, I say that in Japan. But yeah. Shogunai, my guy. Trying to make that take off. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah. So after that video, I'm not really going to talk about old ham bone anymore. I don't mind talking about it on live streams, but as far as like other videos go, like, nah, I'm good. And it's all water under the bridge anyway. So anyway, getting back to more relevant topics. I'm talking about them YouTubes. So as you guys know, I've been on a bit of a sabbatical with YouTube just because of school mostly, and trying to figure out like what type of content I want to make moving forward, because I've been doing this whole YouTube thing for going on 15 years now. It'll be 15 years in March 2021. I'm celebrating 15 years on the platform, and done a lot, but never really had that big successful moment. Like I've come close, and I've met a lot of big YouTubers and stuff, but never really had like a moment I could call my own as far as that goes. So looking to change up my content a little bit. For this channel, I don't mind keeping it like it is, just kind of as a personal vlog / miscellaneous type channel. Just coming on here, chatting shit about whatever. It's fine. I definitely do want to get like some kind of better streaming setup. Yeah. I don't really care about YouTube fame. Like, I'm not in it for fame. Yo, Dad? What's up, Takara Tony? You are correct. It is the real Honmono Andi-san sama deshita. Yes, my heart the dead. Tis I. Ah, man. Yeah, shout out to Takara Tony. He is the good people. Yeah, man, as far as content and stuff like that goes, I'm going to be focusing a bit more on like the video editing stuff for the time being. Just because that's the stuff that's always, yeah, right? Well, actually, that's where he got it from. That's where Sam got it from, actually. Little fun factoid for y'all. Takara Tony is the real OG dad. So, exactly. See? Pay respects. The dome. Ah, man. But yeah, so video editing content. I actually got a couple really good ideas for upcoming series. That's going to allow me to help build up an audience. Because, like, no, I think I'm good. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know, Tom. I appreciate it, though. But, no, actually, TP's pretty good out here now. After the first wave, like it got better. And I also bought some new kitchen paper just in case. I just wish this guest house had a bidet. A little dicey. But yeah, as far as video editing content goes, I do have a couple really good ideas for series, including one where I show you how to like edit like other famous YouTubers and stuff. So I basically just kind of break down their style of editing. Kind of inspired by H. Hillier Smith, or I guess Hillier Smith now. Alrighty. Muchos aprisionados. So, yeah, I got the idea from Hillier Smith, where he would edit, or not edit, but like he would break down like certain videos and kind of show like, he put this here because of this reason, or oh, this is like a really good transition, helps build tension, or do this and do that. But it would, I'm kind of like toying between like a balance of like kind of poking fun, because with a lot of like famous YouTubers, they like their style is very, they have like their own little mannerisms, I guess you could say. So it'll be pretty easy to kind of have a little bit of poke fun at them. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And it's actually going to be pretty educational too. So if you guys are looking forward to learning how to edit like your big famous YouTuber friends, or friends, I wish, like big famous YouTubers, and be sure to check out that series. So awesome. Appreciate it, Tony. Yeah, I am famous. Some may say I am Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, Yeah, I do YouTube for fun and profit. Yeah, right. Just become a milk dud, basically, if I do that. Be aerodynamic, right? Funny. Andy Worldwide. I mean, I got the goatee and everything, so They didn't think we could do it, but we here. So yeah, and I also do want to make a couple other Japan videos as well, just kind of talking about, you know, my experiences out here. Mandarake is? I haven't been out to Akihabara in a minute. I think the last time I was out there I was getting some stuff for a friend. This friend in particular, actually, wearing his shirt, and it's basically still sitting in my closet because shipping to. Oh, nice! I didn't know they had one in Shibuya. I knew they had one in Nakano Broadway, obviously, because that like they have a whole lot of like Mandarake out there. Like it's different shops, same brand though. But yeah, Nakano Broadway is like so fucking awesome, man. Like it was such. Yeah, exactly. 3 floors of Mandarake for sure. But man, Nakano Broadway is such a revelation for me because like before living in Nakano, like I've never been to Nakano Broadway, never visited. When I was stationed at New Yokosuka, didn't even know about it. And then because I was looking up different places within Nakano back when I was living in Nakano Shimbashi, because I was just looking like, what's the area like? You know, what's there to do out here? Because I didn't want to just like hop on the train to Shinjuku or Shibuya all the time. I just want to see like what's in the local area. And it's like Nakano Broadway. It's like, oh, cool. What's that about? And it's just like all this anime stuff, and just like, and it's got like retro anime stuff. You know, it's basically like what I thought Akihabara was gonna be, but it's all condensed. So I'm not like walking a long ass way just to get to another place. Nice, nice. Yeah, and it's still in Nakano. That Nakano station is still relatively close to all kinds of other places. So if you don't want to just be in Nakano, you know, you could just. I think that's on the JR line, isn't it? Or close by. Still, like it's still relatively close to a lot of other places too. So even if you don't want to be in Nakano Broadway, you just hop on a train and get there. But just that whole Nakano Broadway area, like even if you don't go in Nakano Broadway, there's like a whole lot of other shops like near it, and it's just fucking so good. Chef's kiss every time. You know, you got the what's it called, like the Sun Coliseum or whatever, because that's out where JR Chuo. Okay. It was the Chuo, not the Yamanote, obviously. Yeah, I just remember it was a JR line. I just forgot which one. So yeah, there you go. And it's right next to the Nakano City Hall. So every time I would go to City Hall for paperwork or whatever, I just skip on over to Nakano Broadway, do a little visit. And yeah, there's just so much to do out there. So if you guys are ever out in Tokyo, once the ban gets lifted, which will be in the spring, I heard like April, May, somewhere in there, around Hanami-ish time. Definitely check it out. Oh god, yeah, there's tons of toys. Like I did a whole freaking video on it, and that only really scratched the surface. Like I tried to show as much as I could, but that just scratched the surface of what was all there. And if I had to like do it again, there's a lot of things I would do differently there, obviously. But yeah, if anything, it leaves the door open for a future Knockin' to Broadway video. Because man, I just love the area. And Akiba, like I still love. Yeah, definitely put that on your list. Boa Showa, no question. But yeah, Akiba is the you know, nerd mecca, not just for anime, but for other things too, mostly electronics. It is definitely, you know, otaku mecca, but at the same time, over the years, it's become a bit of a tourist trap. Made a video there and a bunch during the last trip on the mic. I screwed all that up. Yeah, the mic will do that, you know. Happens. That's why I like the mic I have right now, because it's not battery powered. Because chances are I would like film this awesome video and shoot it perfectly, and then forget to like change the battery in my mic, and it would just go dead, and I wouldn't know. So, you know, yeah, for sure, I can definitely do that. I'd love to, and I'll have a whole bunch of free time once classes wrap up here next week. Actually, next week is finals, and then after that, your boy is Ladunzo. I definitely appreciate it too. So definitely going to have a lot of free time on my hands once classes wrap up. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, Tony. Yeah, Akiba is definitely a tourist trap, and I like it too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still do like Akihabara, but I do think that it has lost a little bit of its charm in trying to placate a little too much to tourists. It's yeah, for sure. Definitely would love to hang out in the IRLs. But yeah, I think, you know, with Akiba trying to yeah, totally trying to placate a little too much to tourists, it has lost a little bit of its charm. Hanging out in the AOL chat room. Oh, Jesus. I don't think they do that anymore, though. Oh, my God. But then again, it's Japan, so maybe they do. They still use Yahoo, so, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like Japan is both futuristic and retro at the same time. It's that weird mix. But somehow it all works, so. Is it Hiragana Times back in the day? Lots of chicks in there. Damn, I've never even heard of Hiragana Times. Which might explain a few things, but don't know if that's still around, but if it is, maybe. But anyway, guys. Oh, World Friends. Okay, that must have been. Oh, what's that one fucking app that everybody uses to hook up? Yeah, yeah. It's like, is it World Friends? No, I think it's kind of sounds like that. No, well, I mean, yes, but no. But there's like another app that's like, you know, popular or infamous. Not Bumblebee. Grind. Yeah, totally. That's only for Shinjuku Nichome. But there's like a popular. Oh, Hello Talk. That's the one. Jesus. Brain.exe has come across an unexpected error. Yeah, Hello Talk. That's the app I was thinking of. Where basically it's labeled as like a language exchange site, but really it's just for, you know, foreigners hooking up with Japanese chicks. So, you know, I've heard a lot of good stories, but also heard a lot of like crazy ones. Yeah, Hello Talk, that's the one. Because I saw World Friends, and I'm like, what's the name of that app? Because it kind of reminded me of it. I was like, oh fuck, what was it? I was like, come on, brain. And that little gerbil was just running as fast as he could on that treadmill. I was like, World Friends, Times, Hello Talk. Okay, that's the one. Whew, tired. All right, guys. I got it. Oh, shit. I'm running a little late. But, all right. So, yeah, get going. It was definitely a lot of fun hanging out on a stream, eating some brekkie, talking, chatting shit. So, we definitely got to do this again. But for now, with all that said, this is the Andy Salon. Sign up for now, like I said. And as always, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye. Ah, dang.